Let me tell y'all something right now. Anthony Edwards is different. There are some guys that just have that it factor, and I know that's a cliche to say in the NBA community or in sports in general, but Anthony Edwards got that it factor. You can just see it every time he plays, the confidence, the swagger, everything. And to think when he came into the NBA, people were saying that he didn't care about basketball enough because he liked to make jokes at press conferences and in meetings and things of that nature. Man, my goodness, those people look like clowns right now. When Ant came into the NBA, I remember even thinking, man, what is so special about this guy? Because you have LaMelo right there, you got James Wiseman, and I thought both of them were going to be better. And even though Anthony Edwards was a good player at Georgia, all I saw was scoring potential, and to have guys that were going to have the ability to defend or play make in Anthony Edwards and James Wiseman right there, I was pretty surprised to see them pass on those guys, especially LaMelo. But what do I know? The Timberwolves, they made easily the right decision for their franchise. Obviously, they didn't need James Wiseman, but LaMelo Ball. As it stands right now, they made the right decision taking Ant over him. And it's not to slight LaMelo Ball. I just think that Anthony Edwards fits better on this team, especially considering that they already have D'Angelo Russell. But these past 2 years of Anthony Edwards have really been nice to watch, not only because of his own progression, but because of the Timberwolves' progression as a franchise. They look competent and they look nice and fun to watch. And I haven't said that about the Minnesota Timberwolves in a very long time. Anthony Edwards is changing the culture of this team, and as far as the future faces in the NBA, if Anthony Edwards continues on this path, he definitely will be in that conversation. I mean, I remember going back to his rookie season when he started off so trash, and all the scouts, analytic nerds, and I like analytics, but come on, those guys took it way too far as Anthony Edwards. Stop giving me analytics when you're talking about rookies, when these guys are on bad teams, drafted in horrible situations. Like, come on, what are they supposed to do? Turn into prime LeBron James and uplift them to the NBA Finals? Please, give me a break. But in the second half of his rookie year, that's really when Anthony Edwards exploded onto the scene as one of the better players, not only in his draft class, but in the league for real. As in the second half of his rookie season, he averaged 24 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists, along with the steal and a half, shooting 45% from the field, 35% from 3 on 8 attempts a game, and 76% at the free throw line. His ability to get to his spots in the mid-range and at the rim were really unmatched for a player in his draft class. And on the defensive side of the ball, he even showed some improvement, whether it came to on the ball moving his feet a lot better or off the ball with his heightened awareness. Ant showed so much promise in the second half of that rookie season. Many people even thought that he should have been the rookie of the year, but obviously LaMelo Ball ended up winning. And I'm gonna be real, I don't care about that rookie of the year race. I don't care about a lot of rookie of the year races once they're finished, if I'm being honest with you. It's always this big thing in the moment that people love to debate about, but people forget, like, years later, nobody ever really cares about it. Like, let's be honest, do you care about Ben Simmons winning rookie of the year over Donovan Mitchell right now? No, you don't, because it's rookie of the year. Nobody cares what you do after that because it's about getting better after that. But unfortunately, many people thought Anthony Edwards was robbed, and now, aside from the fact that they were drafted in the top 3 together, because of that rookie of the year race, people are going to compare Anthony Edwards and LaMelo Ball for the rest of their careers. I'm already seeing it right now. Anytime Anthony Edwards goes off, whether it's in the playoff game that happened recently, which we're going to get to later, or in a regular season stretch, people are always comparing the two. But then we move on to this year, his sophomore season, and this was a pretty big year for the Minnesota Timberwolves, with Karl-Anthony Towns' future with the team being just a little bit uncertain, and we'll touch on it a little bit later, and D'Angelo Russell kind of plateauing at this place that a lot of people thought he would get better, but he just hasn't, if we're being honest. They really needed Anthony Edwards to step in and be that guy for them, aside from Karl-Anthony Towns. And that's exactly what Anthony Edwards did this season, with averages of 21 points a game, along with 5 rebounds and 4 assists, nearly 2 steals, shooting 44% from the field, 36% from 3 on over 8 attempts a game, along with shooting 78% at the free throw line. That all accumulates to a true shooting percentage of 56%. Offensively, he was the spark plug for this team that they needed, because with Karl-Anthony Towns being the best 3-point shooting big in history, you really need guys that can get pressure at the rim. And D'Angelo Russell, as good as he is as a mid-range shooter and even as a 3-point shooter at times, he doesn't doesn't get constant rim pressure for whatever weird reason about him. And guys like Jared Vanderbilt, Patrick Beverly, Jaden McDaniels, they're not going to get the job done either. You need somebody that's going to get constant pressure, because what's the point of putting Karl-Anthony Towns at the three-point line as a big and extending the defense at the 5 position if you're not going to have anybody take advantage of that kind of spacing in the first place? And that's where Anthony Edwards stepped in. He showed he could do that in his rookie season, and he stepped in and did it again in his sophomore season, and you love to see it. I mean, the two-man game he played off the ball, whether it was cutting to the basket, being an underrated lob threat for someone at his size and position, he did it just as good as anyone. And because of his sneaky athleticism, actually I shouldn't even say sneaky, because the guy be getting posters every week, but because of it, he was one of the best finishers at the rim among all players this season, shooting 63% in the restricted area. And on the defensive side of the ball, he showed so much more improvement. Off the ball, there could be a little bit more work. I don't think he's terrible or anything, but he can get better at that. But on the ball, this guy legit has the clamps. He can move his feet very well. I'm not saying he's Kawhi Leonard or anything, but he's getting up there, man. I'm telling you, he could become an elite on-ball defender, and if that happens, we could be looking at one of the better two-way players in the league for years to come. I mean, just look at this graphic right here. This is what he showed in his sophomore season this year. And it ain't like this list just got a bunch of nobodies. You got Paul George, Steph Curry, Ja Morant. These are MVP caliber guys that he put the clamps on this season. So the growth he's shown as an offensive player is not the only thing he's shown. He's also shown that same growth on the defensive side of the ball as one of the better on-ball defenders at his age and stage in his career in the league right now. But now we've reached the postseason, and I have to say Anthony Edwards has just reaffirmed my faith in him from the moment their playing game began. Because in a big game where they could fall to the 8th seed and face the Suns instead of the Grizzlies that they obviously have a chance in beating right now, while Karl-Anthony Towns had 11 points on 11 shots and fouled out, Anthony Edwards stepped in and said, "I got you, big bro. This is my time." As he exploded for 30 points along with 5 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal, shooting 48% from the field, 46% from 3, knocking down 5 threes in the process, and 83% at the free throw line. I know this phrase is said a lot, but you could truly see the dog in him. He had no fear whatsoever. He looked like a seasoned vet that rises to the occasion the bigger the stage gets. And Anthony Edwards just confirmed my belief in that in the playoffs in game 1 against the Grizzlies. The man had 30 before the fourth quarter even began and finished the game with 36 points, 6 assists, a steal, 2 blocks, shooting 52% from the field, 36% from 3, and knocked down all 8 of his free throws. And on the defensive side of the ball, there were a couple of plays where he was getting stops on Ja, not only on the perimeter, but even meeting him at the rim for that one play I know you all saw. Ant has that true fire in him, and I think that he's going to be similar to like those Donovan Mitchells, those D Wades, the guys that just step up in the playoffs and take their game to another level. Maybe I am overreacting, it is just one game, but these are back-to-back high leverage situations, one of them being on the road and another one they drop to the 8th seed if they lose. And he stepped up with 30 pieces in both of those games. I love myself some Karl-Anthony Towns. I'm not trying to take any credit away from what he's done in the regular season. He's probably going to make an All-NBA team when it's all said and done, and he even had a pretty good playoff game against the Grizzlies also. But you can clearly see the change in culture in this team, just the vibe, the energy, everything about it. It isn't Patrick Beverly like the media wants to portray it, but if you've been watching them, it is clearly Anthony Edwards. He has brought them a spark that they have not seen in a very long time. And similar to guys like LaMelo has done for the Hornets, Luka done for the Mavericks, LeBron has done for the Cavs, he has changed the culture in Minnesota. And whenever you get a player like that, you hold on to them for dear life, because you never know when you're going to see something like that again. And it came at the perfect time for this franchise, because this franchise was sinking in the water. Karl-Anthony Towns, I'm sure, was going to request a trade sooner rather than later, but then they lucked into the first overall pick for the 3rd time over the last decade, and they got the missing piece that they needed to change that culture. So Anthony Edwards, you keep going, my guy, because you are something different, and I expect you to become the best player on that team and one of the best players in the league next season. Just like how Ja took a leap this offseason, just like how Luka took a leap in his second offseason, I'm expecting that from Anthony Edwards next season. But that concludes this video. Make sure you drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and press the bell for post notifications. Comment your opinions down below. I would love to know, what do you think about Anthony Edwards' ceiling potential and what he's doing right now in the playoffs? Make sure you follow me on social media. The links are down below in the description box. This is your boy Young Mustard signing out. Y'all stay safe and have a blessed day. Peace.